What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Destiny the Taken King. I've spent 15 hours so far with this new DLC, and I wanted to outline some of the major changes and what I think about it as a whole so far. It's been more than a year since Destiny originally launched, and in that time, Bungie has been working hard to turn what was once a mediocre space shooter into something much larger and awesome. Nearly every feature has been changed or tweaked in some way to give the game a better flow and function. When you first start playing, it's hard not to notice the biggest new detail. There's actually a story in Destiny now. All the main missions begin and end with a major cutscene, showing you and your team of Guardians trying to take down a new threat to Earth. This is Oryx, a dark god from the 5th dimension who disrupts time and reality anywhere he takes over. Joining him in his conquest is a new race of enemies we're going to be fighting against, called the Taken. Right away, this is my first major gripe with the expansion. The Taken are supposed to be this interesting dark new threat, but if you look close, they're reusing the old character models from the original game. The storyline reason for this is that their minds have been twisted by Oryx, and now they exist as creatures beside time. And that does sound cool, but it doesn't change the fact that we are still fighting against the same 25 enemy types as when this game originally came out. Thankfully, to keep things new and interesting, they did add a lot of new combat mechanics, including tons of new weapons and new subclasses for each character. During my time with the game, I played my Warlock, and in just the first 4 hours, I'd replaced every piece of gear with the guns and armor dropped in these new areas. After beating 4 of these new missions, I was able to unlock my new subclass, called the Stormcaller. Typically, Warlocks throw Void or Flame, but now I'm able to call down the powers of lightning. This really changed up how my character played. I was so used to just sniping foes out, but now with my new close-range lightning abilities, I could fry anybody in front of me with a special. It really changed how I thought of my character as a whole. While beating and unlocking all these missions, I really noticed how good the voice acting was. Most notably, the new voice for our Ghost companion. Previously, our AI helper was voiced by Peter Dinklage, and he did a fine job. But now, for the Taken King, they've brought in voice acting professional Nolan North, and it really shows. Whether he's briefing me on a mission I'm about to land on, or if he's just got a little quip in a hazardous situation, he genuinely seems concerned for your success, instead of just being a silent partner along for the ride. Most of these new quests and the new raid take place in the new area called the Dreadnought. This is a massive ship hidden in the rings of Saturn. While this is cool at first, I very quickly grew extremely tired of it. These bone-covered walls and empty corridors have nothing to really draw you in. Luckily, even though these new missions are rather bland, the PvP more than makes up for it. Combining all previous DLC, you now have 8 Crucible maps to play on, with a variety of game modes to try out. Deathmatch, Domination, and Free-for-All all return, along with 2 new modes called Rift and Mayhem. Rift is basically Destiny's version of Capture the Flag. There's a point in the center of the map where an energy ball spawns, and your team needs to pick it up and run it into the enemy base before it detonates. If Capture the Flag is too slow or not your style, you can try out Mayhem mode, which is much more furious. In this, all special moves recharge 15 times faster. What that basically means is everybody gets a new special move to use every 90 seconds. With these new game modes and the new maps, PvP is better than ever, especially with all the new cool weapons and armor that you can earn exclusively in the Crucible. This brings me to the next major thing that has been dramatically changed. Gear is a lot easier to get and upgrade. After just a few missions and a couple matches of PvP, I'd already earned 4 blue pieces of gear and 1 epic. With these new items equipped and upgraded, I was ready to head back out, and here's where I noticed the next feature that I absolutely love. You can now upgrade your favorite weapons and armor past their maximum threshold. Once you fully upgrade one of your epics, you can take old epic items and combine them, giving them an extra boost. You can tell that they were trying to streamline everything about the game, especially the questing system. on your character screen, you have a quest tab. Here you can get more detail about your missions and see all the reputations you're currently working towards. Each of the different factions has their own set of awesome gear you can unlock if you get enough reputation rank. If you swear allegiance to them, all you have to do after that is raid with your friends and do PvP. Just doing what you already like earns them more reputation. The most interesting one though is by far the gun vendor. By speaking with him, you can now purchase special weapons that have a task assigned to them. It may require you to get extra headshots, or just get a certain amount of kills, but the more you use it, the more your rep builds up with the gun vendor. If you make him happy enough, then the following week, he'll bring an all-new batch of interesting guns. All of these changes have improved Destiny a lot, but I still feel like it's missing something to make it truly great. The story is improved, but it still feels flat. Environments are gorgeous, but they leave you feeling like you're trapped in a shiny shoebox. PvP is fun, but there's not enough of a drive to keep playing it day after day. Destiny seems so much like it wants to be a big, epic experience, and in the end, it ends up feeling like a half-complete beta. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's head over the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Destiny the Taken King a 7.5 out of 10. If you're already a die-hard Destiny fan, you should pick this expansion up, because it's more of what you already love. If you're looking for a great space shooter, you may want to wait for Halo 5. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.